boys, girls, all my travel folks out there, welcome back to Other Robert. This is Joe, and this is The Walking Dead, Season 7, Episode 4, Service. I know I'm a day late. Sorry. Let's get to it, though. Excuse me. This was 90 minutes. Did it really need to be 90 minutes? Probably not. But nonetheless, I thought this was a strong episode. Not the strongest this season, but not the weakest. I thought this was a really strong episode in what has been so far a very strong season. We got more of the same, let me reword that. More of the same in the sense of what we've come to expect this season. This season's really been building up Negan as this just force to be reckoned with, right? He's kind of just the boss, right? Who's the boss with the whole thing with Daryl and Dwight last week? Negan's the boss. So we got more of that, because if we're going to get into kind of any kind of evolution of the storyline, and if it kind of goes anywhere else, which we know it will, eventually Rick will rise up and fight Negan. Until then, though, you need a build, and I think this has been a good build so far, and this episode definitely did not disappoint. They made it seem very trivial. The whole basis of the episode was Negan coming early and taking their stuff and just doing what he wanted. And then getting to the couple guns that were missing, and they even said, what would we do with a couple guns? They have all the rest, they have the numbers, why does a couple guns matter? It really didn't, but just seeing Negan, just everything didn't didn't comply with his desire. He didn't want the two guns to be missing, so everything was, he was going to kill someone for it, and that's what you expect with Negan's his way or you're done. And seeing all of them kind of scuffle around for two guns that were really kind of meaningless in the end, just to appease Negan, that was really kind of the climax, I guess, of this episode. It made sense. It just really showing what a force Negan is, and really Rick is just, I know some people are saying that Rick is pretending or something, but it didn't seem like that this episode. He still may be, but his speech about Judith, which we now have it kind of confirmed that it is Shane's, that Judith is Shane's, which we always kind of knew, right? I mean, a lot of us already kind of figured. But with that speech, he seemed like, no, he's really just defeated. And a lot of people aren't, including Michonne. She's practicing, especially the matches at the end. She's pissed. Rosita. Rosita got a lot this episode in terms of Rosita standards. She is a character that since when she was introduced in season 4, we've seen her, but that's kind of it. So we got more of her in terms of actually the story going on here, which was refreshing, because it took a while for us to kind of get a real story with Sasha, but now I think Sasha's come a long way compared to what she was in season 3. And I'm glad now that we are getting some progression with Rosita, because this is a character that's really just been there since she's been introduced, and now she's the one, she wants the bullets. She seems to be the one more gung-ho than anybody to really get this going. So it's refreshing to see that from Rosita, her being the one to kind of internally kind of stand up here. So love the Rosita storyline. At the same time, like I said, Michonne, wonderful storyline there. She's not taking it. She even kind of gives in a little bit with Rick, but then once she sees those mattresses burned, yeah, she's at it. But Carl was a great standout this episode, and just the couple minutes that he was in, he's another one. He's not laying down. He says to Negan at one point something to the effect of, "Let me show you, or we'll show you how dangerous we really are," and that is not something to say at that time. So Carl is definitely one standing up. Definitely going to be interesting to see where things go to with Carl this season. Um, so, I mean, that's pretty much it. I know, for a 90-minute episode, fairly quick video, but it was really just more of, excuse me, Negan being the boss. And some people call it a waste, some people say it dragged, it was boring, it shouldn't have been this, but there should be some progression. We need build. We need this. I didn't think it was a bad episode. I thought it was a very strong episode. Did much happen story-wise? Maybe not. The Judith reveal was pretty big. But just because nothing happened, just because there was nothing crucial that happened, doesn't mean that the episode was pointless. I think the episode served its purpose well, and I'm looking forward to next week's season and next week's episode. I think this season's been very strong so far, with this, including this episode. So let me know what you guys thought about, excuse me, not about that, about Service, and what you think of the season so far, and just let me know anything you want about The Walking Dead. And subscribe, it takes around that much effort to do so. Until next time,